Alright guys, this one we got no hot water. I know she got an oil-fired boiler here, so we'll have to see. I did change a couple of heat pumps on this job. Got one here, got one on the other side of the house. I put in 2 rod units. We'll have to see what's going on. No hot water, she said, so we'll see. I think she's got, I thought she's got an oil-fired boiler, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe it's electric. Off on safety. Motor's not running. Something's up with it. Could be a bad motor. A lot of times they flood down here, this area. Got oil in the tank, looks like. We got oil. No, she's out of flipping oil, looks like. Empty. But that motor should spin. I'm gonna have to get my stuff and find out what's going on with that. I need power. Alright, it's off on safety. New burner motor CAD cell. New nozzle filter. 13. So that's like 3 years ago. It does flood down here in this area, so that might have happened. That motor might have went underwater. We do have a pump here, but that don't mean it's working. That flipping pump's not working. That's what happened. The pump's not working. See it? Pump's not working, so it must have flooded. We'll have to check the power, but I bet you that's what happened. The motor probably went underwater. I gotta put a new pump here. I have one in the truck. See the water line? High water line? It's above the burner. Motors aren't designed to go underwater. Looks like she's out of oil. Bet you that motor's no good. It's a block. Flipping cobwebs. Bet you the motor went underwater. It's no good. did. Look at all this shit. You can tell it went underwater. Well, that's spinning okay. Another thing that might cause that to not start is that CAD cell too. Right there. That CAD cell's bad. But we'll check, we'll see if there's power coming in and out of this control. Put that back in there. Check the control, see what's going on with that. But sometimes it's just this this CAD cell that's bad. Probably out of oil. I'm going to change that sub pump too. It's good to check it because, you know, the gauge might be bad, but let's check it. Try it again. When I first came here, I did hit this reset and it didn't start, so. She's running low on oil for me. That was sputtering and shit. Got oil. She's out of oil, mama. Yeah, once she gets some oil, I'll come back and do a cleaning on this thing and, you know, and change that pump. Hello, can I help you? Alright guys, so she's out of oil. I just called the lady. Once she gets oil in the tank, I'll come back, I'll change the filter, the nozzle, and give it a, you know, bleed it. And I'll also, when I come back, I will change that pump over there. I do have them in the truck. Before I leave, I'm going to plug my drop light into that, make sure that there's power there before I leave. I'm going to do that right now, before I condemn that pump. Yep, there's power to the pump, it's just not pumping. So the pump's no good. Shit happens. Put a new pump in there for her. I'm back here. She did get oil, and the oil company bled the oil line, so I'm gonna check the filter at the tank and check the nozzle. Oh, it's been 17, so it's 4 years. 17, so it's been, you know, 3.5 years, so needs to be serviced. And I also gonna put a pump in over there. Now there is a sub pump down the other end of the building. I did check it, that one's working, so that's why we didn't flood. But see if I could check this. We'll shut the burner off now. Check the filter. She needs an OSV valve. Look, it's right in line, right in the concrete. So I gotta put an OSV valve on this. I can't leave that like that. I gotta get one out of the truck. Hello. Yeah, hello. Let's see if we got one in here. I should have an oil safety valve in here. Yeah, I got some right here. I was kind of looking for a straight one, but I could always use the angle if I got them. I don't think I got any straight ones in there. At least they have straight ones, but it's not. I'll use an angle one. My sub pumps here, so we're gonna have to use this. That's no big deal. Hopefully I get the other one out. That's what I need right there. And the oil safety valve. Alright, I'll be back. You got the truck. You got the truck. Okay? Alright guys, you can see that the copper line's right in contact with the concrete. So in my state, the oil line has to be protected. There's a coating on it or in some kind of pipe. If it's in the concrete, in contact with the concrete, you can put an oil safety valve on there, which basically this will not open unless the vacuum pulls a good vacuum on the pump. Hence, if the oil line rots away because of the lime in the concrete, you won't have an oil spill. And the insurance companies are pushing this now because the oil spill falls under the homeowner's insurance. I can't buy insurance for an oil spill. So if this valve is not on there, they won't pay for it. If it does, if there is ever a spill, they will not pay for it. So we've been really pushing these, putting them in or upgrading the oil lines. If not, I'm responsible for it. So we can't have that. So let's see if we can add this, take that out, and we'll put this in here like this. Then we'll be covered. You never want to tap that like that. You always want to go like this with the pliers. I have tapped them in the past and broke it right off of the tank. Not a good idea. So we don't want to do that. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've been here, so we want to check this filter. Yeah, don't look bad. Filter looks fine. Not an issue. Kind of odd. Well, water heaters don't run all that much, you know, so we're good with that. We don't need to change it. You notice how I'm holding back here as I'm tightening it, so see if we can get this off. Gotta be careful, we don't want to break nothing. It's always a hairy situation here sometimes trying to get these off. Not easy. You don't want to break it. There it comes. Yeah, you could break that nipple off right at the tank and then you get a flood. Not good. I've done that a couple of times. Get a rag and a screwdriver in a hurry. Put a little pipe dope on there, Mama. Put a little fritz. A little dope. A little dope on there. That's 3/8. I'm surprised the filter's clean. Really am surprised. We could put it there, we could put it on the top. Probably better off on the top, I think. Hello, could I help you? Oh, these flipping calls from, I don't know. Crazy calls. See how this thing's flexing? You gotta be careful, man. You don't wanna blow the tank out, that's for sure. Gotta go easy with it. Gotta go easy with it. Alright. That's gonna work out fine. Let's put a little bit of dope on there, just for lubrication purposes. That's what I do. Some guys get all bumhurt about that, but oh well, I don't really care. That's what I do. I was really surprised that the filter was clean, to be honest with you. Alright. We're just gonna bleed the air out and we'll be ready to rock and roll there. We will check the filter, we will check the nozzle on the burner. Make sure that's okay. Alright, so that's an oil safety valve. Until this thing's been underwater a few times. She's been underwater a few times. This is a Carlin Easy 1 burner. Good burners. Carbon on the head there, see it? I'll clean that off. My carburetor cleaner I use. I will change the nozzle, seeing that it's been in there a while. It's a big nozzle, man. 1 gallon. 1 gallon 70. Must have been an oil company. Oh, it actually calls for a 110 70. See it? It's always good to take it out and check this, make sure this isn't all black. $1 gallon 70. What is that one? Actually, I leave in the bucket. Let me give it a little brush out, a little cleaning. Retention head. You want to make sure you get that, you know, in the middle there. A little screw here we're going to tighten up. Alright, that's good. This thing should already be preset, so we're not going to play around with it. We're just going to put it on in, start it up, check it, make sure it's running okay, and we'll be good to go. Now on a water heater, there should be a little plug in here that I gotta pull out. Flipping thing hasn't been out in a long time, it'll look like. Never been out. Alright, let's see if we can start this baby up. Here's our thermostat. We'll turn the power on and probably have to jack this thermostat up a little bit and get it to go. Here's our thermostat right here. We'll turn it up. The old gun there. Turn it down for now. We'll get that plug back in there, then we'll turn it where we need it. Should be on like 140. That's what it was before when I got here, 140, so we'll leave it right there. 130, 140, something like that. Where's the old gun then, Mama? Where's the old gun then? The old Carlin transformer. I'm not a big fan of those, that's for sure. That's for sure. Alright. New OS valve, oil safety valve at tank. New nozzle at burner. Filter tank okay, clean retention head. So she's ready to rock and roll. I just leave the old nozzle behind so they know what's in there. Anybody else works on it. All I gotta do now is just change that sub pump. That's my next. I'll get my other kit and we'll switch that out. It should be no big deal.